Am I drinking from a Yeti mug? Yes, I am. It is a it is a Yeti that it is my first, second, third, my third Yeti because I had two Yetis stolen from me when I worked at um I had two Yetis stolen from me when I worked um at a hardware store. Bought them both at that hardware store, mind you. And the third one I had stolen when I worked at an R&D company that emphasized largely superconducting magnets. So, I still don't know when I'm gonna draw myself uh munching up here. I don't know. I've left it very open and very suggestive, so I don't know. I don't know what to put in there. It could be ice cream part two. I don't know. This could be Ice Cream Part 2, the director's cut. I don't know. And kudos to you, Cross, for remembering the ice cream thing. Kudos to you. I had almost forgotten. Color me impressed. You remembered. I know I can't go all the way with an actual, like, NSFW art piece, but, you know, maybe this could be the one. Maybe this could be the, maybe this could be the first piece, because I've been, I don't know, I've been hinting, I've been suggesting, I've been teasing and all kinds of things. I don't know, but I've never fully committed to one, so maybe this should be the one. And I'll just do some of the initial work here. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where things, we'll see where things take. We'll see what direction things go. I could do the, I could do the completing this piece in a Discord stream, and then it would have to be, limited to there, but, you know, I could do that, yeah. I have used the Discord to stream one other, naughty art, I guess, stream. So it wouldn't be unheard of. It's been a while. Yeah, I can do that. You only remember because everyone was like, part two's gotta be actually NSFW. It's gotta be it'll actually do the thing. It'll do the thing. We know it will. Well, you guys weren't wrong. There. Oh. Oh, you're not wrong, Zed. A lot of my art could definitely have a much naughtier follow up. It is very true. What can I say? I guess I'm consistent. Here. I'm just kind of cycling through ideas now. Nothing super specific, so. I guess you might call it my ADHD brain. Just going brrr. Because I can't seem to. Can't seem to focus on a single cohesive idea that I want to really commit the time to. Oh yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem there. It will be an occasion. I will make sure everybody knows when the commissions open back up again. And it's going to be a shorter gap now between between those streams, or between commission times when I open them up. Wow, my brain is frazzled. My coffee just basically feeds directly into my PayPal, so, either or would be suitable. I wonder why it does that out of order. Like, the coffee bot is slower than Nightbot. It's weird. They all do that. Is the problem. PayPal will garnish a little bit off the top, and they charge an additional thing for having to do the transaction with coffee. So I actually don't know how to. I don't know how to fix that. It's why I always insist that anyone paying for commissions waits until I make the first draft. Wait until I've completed, at the very least, the first rough draft that both of us agree on before you send money. That way, you know that work has been done on the piece, and I have a clear idea about what you want and your level of commitment for the piece. So. I believe so, technically. Yeah. Technically, PayPal would give more because they wouldn't garnish that extra for the transaction with, yeah. It's okay though. Again, people don't need to worry about paying for commissions until after I've done the rough draft. So, don't even worry about it until I have something to show you. Yeah, I forgot I can't really do it while, sorry. I forgot. I can't do that while I've got the stream going. It won't do it. It's like, we're detecting a number of connections that we're not entirely sure about. Are you absolutely positive you want to access this information while you have these connections open? And I'm like, oh, fine, fuck it. Okay. I mean, I get that they mean it in the most we want to protect your security kind of way possible, but yeah, it's also in. Okay, I think the tea is now ready to drink. I think I've given it enough time to cool down. Oof, okay. It's still a little warm, but it is now sippable. Which is all I can ever ask of my tea. That it is sippable. There. I just got a text message on my phone. Or it was just a notification of some kind. Oh, it's a notification reminding me that I'm streaming tomorrow as well. Okay. Thank you. Which also, by the way, tomorrow's stream will actually be a Dungeons and Dragons stream. And when I say Dungeons and Dragons, I don't mean Baldur's Gate. I mean Dungeons and Dragons. It will be a Dungeons and Dragons stream, where I have been given explicit permission to do the streaming of my of the game. So we will hopefully not have the same kind of misunderstanding I had with Yomu, and that unpleasantness that ended up causing a lot of problems. And of course, if the decision comes down to ask that I stop streaming the sessions, I will do so. Just give me a little bit of a heads up first. At the very least, want to be able to talk things over, find a compromise. That's all. But I promise I will be as attentive as possible. I will turn off my most distracting notifications. That way I will be as present as possible for the session. Yep. Communication is key, and I'm a very direct communicator, so if there's a problem, I'm very upfront about it. And I often like when people are also direct with me, otherwise, I'm not going to know what's going on. I am direct largely because I'm too dumb to be indirect. And beating around the bush doesn't get you anything in life. So I need to be direct. That's what I learned after living basically my whole life just being a passive You know, almost like a bystander, just letting letting others kind of direct the course of everything that I did. So when I learned, oh, I need to be direct, otherwise shit just isn't gonna go my way, unless someone lets it. I need to take charge of my own destiny. It didn't go over so great, is the problem. A lot of people were like, oh god, you're so, like, abrasive. And I'm like, okay, then let me adjust it. No, you're still just obnoxious. I'm like, okay, well, that's terribly unfortunate. I'm just being as direct as I can. I'm sorry I'm not filtering. I'll adjust and I'll add tact. Even after I did that, I was still too direct for certain people who like to, you know, go around in circles for a little bit before lying down on the bed, you know, that kind of thing. Like a cat or a dog, you know, just keeps on pondering and walking around and around in a circle. I realize that there are some people whose communication style is more passive, and people don't like confrontation, and I can fully appreciate that. I just don't think that directness should always be equated with being confrontational. It's like I'm not doing this out of aggression. I'm just doing it because I think it's better that everyone gets everything out in the open. That way we don't have problems. Key example is when I was in a D&D game with with a fellow VTuber by the name of Yomu, and while not going too greatly into the specifics of it, a failure to communicate things caused a rift to grow very quickly, and it came very much out of left field. Even after I had gotten permission to stream the D&D sessions, it very quickly became a point of contention, very much out of the blue, and I didn't quite get what was going on. And the sudden request to no longer stream the sessions was never even brought up for a discussion. Like, there was no compromise. It was just okay, you need to stop streaming the sessions. This isn't working out. I'm like, okay, which part isn't working out then? Please treat me like I'm stupid, because I don't know what's going on. Because you kind of gave your full go-ahead on it. Yeah, and apparently it was just a thing that had been simmering, and no one was bringing it up, and I'm like, okay, fine. Glad to know this now. So yeah, I prefer the direct communication, not aggressive. I prefer just being direct. Get things out in the open, and being, I guess, assertive about wants and needs. Like, if I'm missing something, like if me talking to the chat causes problems, that's something I can adjust. I can adapt to that. But in that particular case, it was that one session where another player was about a full 45 minutes late, and I was waiting for the session to start when they arrived. I didn't think we were going to be doing the... yeah, anyway. I thought we were going to wait for the player, apparently not, and so nothing was going on for a while. And that's where our communication broke down. They're like, I tried to message you about it. I'm like, huh? When? I was just trying to send you like little pings and stuff in the browser, and like, that's like trying to shine a flashlight under my door in the daytime to get my attention. The last thing I'm going to notice is a in-game ping. But yeah, that's how that mess got all initiated. I wish that Yomu and I could have resolved our differences better, but yeah. Feelings were hurt bad enough that we have parted our ways. Oh, no. It's not backseating or anything. It was just like follows and stuff, because people were really, really into Dungeons and Dragons games at that time. Like, it was hot off of the Baldur's Gate craze, and so, you know, a lot of people wanted to watch that kind of thing. So D&D games were hot items, and the streams were doing well. A lot of people joined on because of those streams. So but again, it was a series of of instances of poor communication between all parties involved, and so things went very, very bad. So I will do my best to make sure that the stream is not interrupted by anything. I will turn off my most, I guess, distracting redeems, and I will make sure that a notification is pinned telling people, hey, just to let you know, I will probably not be interacting much with the chat this stream because of this, you know, so I can focus on the game. I will make sure. I will endeavor to do my best to be a good player. I just want everybody to have a good time. That's all I want. Proto! I'm not the stinky, you're the stinky. You silly goober. Why is it always the same one when you redeem it, Dare? Every time it's the same, it's almost always the same sound. I think you get that one more than anybody else when you redeem it, which is just crazy to me because it's a random frog sound out of like 10. 1 in 10 shot of getting that one, and you get it more than anybody else. More than half the time when you redeem it, it's that sound. Elite Hacker Pro. Hacker voice. I'm in. Uh... Oh. Death Cowboy, hello, hello. Hello. Well, it's because it's a Budget's frog being dropped into a fresh water box while the owners are changing the water from the tank, from the main or from the main enclosure. And Budget's frog is notorious, even if it knows who the person is, even if it's, you know, their owner that they've had for literally their entire lives, they'll still screech. It doesn't matter. Everything that happens to a Budget's frog is a life or death struggle, and it's like, and they just go crazy, and it doesn't matter. They could be literally in no danger at all, sitting on their rock inside their enclosure, sitting in the leaf litter. You could just, you can open the enclosure on a Budget's frog. You could just open it. Just slide open the top of the enclosure. You don't have to reach in. You don't have to do anything. You can look just slightly. You can give a tiny bit of side eye to a Budget's frog through their enclosure glass, and they'll just go, and they'll just make a racket. They are crazy. They are crazy little critters. They're fun though. They're cute. In that, super ugly kind of way. Are you threatening me? Basically. Not a butterfrog. Oh god, okay. They are called a Budget's frog. Or a Burgess frog. So, yeah. Sometimes also called like a hissing toad, even though they're not a toad. No. Okay, so Budget's frog, or Budgett, double T. It was discovered by a guy named John Samuel Budgett, or Budget, but everyone just calls it the Budget frog. And you have seen this frog, I assure you. It looks like an overly thick pancake that got underdone on one side with two little eyeballs just dropped on top. And they are
Frogs
notorious.
Got tits out to here, Carmen. I've never seen bigger tits in my life. Where? Go to hell.
They are notorious for just freaking the fuck out. Any video you watch of a Budget's frog, they freak freak the fuck out over anything. Anything within like 15 feet of them, they freak out. They are the living embodiment of like all frog stress. If there is stress to be lived in the life of a frog, it is this frog's existence. It is just a bundle of, please get the fuck away from me. Don't kill me. God, my miserable existence is nothing but high blood pressure. Kill me. Except don't, because I'm terrified. That's not a Budget's frog, actually. That one actually comes from a, it comes from, I think it comes from an American frog. More specifically, it comes from a very large, it's like a large green and brown frog. It's like the most common form of frog that you have seen. It didn't ask what the fuck is a kilometer. No. But if you watch the video, you see the people who are messing with the frog walking by a Ford F-150. So you know it's an American frog. But the thing is, it looks like your common green American like river frog, but the thing is, it is like the size of your hand. It in that particular video, that particular frog, it is a really big one. It's like a bullfrog. Yeah, I think actually it is an American bullfrog. It's just big. And its legs also stretch out real far, and it's so awkward as it's trying to like hop through the grass away from these people who are like harassing it, trying to get it to do its thing. They're like, hey, come on, come on. The kids are following it, trying to like pick it up, and it's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And then it just like, full cowboy scream. Just, it does not like what's going on. Oh boy, howdy. Boom, 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 boom. I still have yet to draw the full version of my actual dragon form. I should do that. I know that I have the pencil art for it. I did like a doodle for it, like a rough sketch. I should try and do that at some point. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, thank you, Andreas, for the stretch. Oh, oof. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, the whole of all of this got screwed up, so let me fix that. I guess the head just slowly began to work its way over here, so let me... Maxius, have a good one. Actually, I think I'm about ready to go ahead and call it a night myself, because it is 11 o'clock my time. I've been streaming since 10, so it's been over 12 hours. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call... I'm going to call that it. I know it's a little bit earlier than normal for, you know, for the normal end time for my streams, but... I can't help it. I'm a little bit tired. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Let me go ahead and back to here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for making this one of the most fun birthdays I think I've ever had. Thank you. Honestly, one of the most fun and definitely a memorable one. Thank you guys so much. I love all of you so much. You're all the best. And again, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for you guys. You guys are the best. And oh yeah, of course, we always raid out. Always raid out to people. Who's a good one? Who's a good person to raid out to? Let's see. We could raid out to Booby Queen. Let's go ahead and raid out to Booby Queen. They're just doing a... actually, I should make sure that whoever I raid out to is not already about to, I should make sure that it's not somebody who's already about to finish their stream. So let me let me double check for some of these people. Oh, let's go ahead and raid out to Ojuice, the other space frog. They're playing Dead by Daylight. Ojuice is the other space frog. Like, if you want to know about another space frog, they're another space frog. So let's go ahead and raid out to Ojuice. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love all of you so much. And I hope to see you for tomorrow's stream, which is gonna be Dungeons and Dragons with Torun, who has been in the chat and has been here for a lot of the stream. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love all of you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.